Good morning, 30A. I'm Shane, and welcome to another 30A Deep Dive. Today, we're going paddleboarding, and I know you've seen that show before, but what we're gonna do is a little more about where we're paddling and who we're paddling with. So, let's paddle. Justin, hey, put the paintbrush down. Let's do some paddling, man. I haven't been up into your spot you were telling me about, the Choctawhatchee. Yeah, I'm pulling up to the boat ramp now.
After more than 20 years of shooting, producing, and hosting adventure travel shows for various networks, it's time for a deeper look into all the epic things I can find in and around my own backyard.
I'm Shane Reynolds, and we're going on a 30A Deep Dive. You want to do it?
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? We're here on the Choctawhatchee River, a place that I don't take nearly enough advantage of for something being in my own backyard. And I get to do it with the one and only Justin Gaffrey, artist extraordinaire.
No lie, this is my favorite place.
Well, then we went to the right place. That's Captain Andy back there, driving us up, way up river here. So we're working smarter, not harder. I wouldn't call it cheating. We got a long way to paddle still. I think I'll take this one with the janky 360 setup. See how that holds up. Well, we'll meet you at the mouth. All right, let's have some fun. So I'm psyched to get to paddle with you today because I'm not blowing smoke up your ass here, but like you literally are my favorite artist.
Well, that's pretty cool.
In 30A, I mean, over our mantle is a big Justin Gaffrey wave. You know, I love the texture and the depth that you go with your work. Whatever started you with that?
Honestly, not wanting a real job. In all honesty,
Yeah,
I wasn't a highly creative artist when I was young, so I was a chef. But I hated the restaurant business. I got so burned out on it. And I was like, well, what kind of life can I find that I don't have to do the rat race?
Right.
I started painting, and I was really reserved painting, and I was trying to do this perfect thing, and I just let go, and I just started just loading the paint on there and get really expressive and loose and not trying so hard, and then it just all fell in place.
Yeah.
And that's how that texture came about.
Was Van Gogh an influence?
Oh, for sure. And there's a lot of newer artists, contemporary artists, but I was always influenced by old painters, the Van Goghs and Monets,
Right.
Monet was another big one, And this very place where we are right now, when I was, I think 18, I went up to Niceville and bought my first boat. It was $1,400. First day exploring, I came up to the Choctawhatchee River. I didn't even know there was a river up here. And I ended up right here in this spot at Smokehouse Lake.
Really?
And it's been my favorite place since then. Yeah. This is Florida, man. And one thing I love about rivers is paddling this whole river, for 30 miles or so. I love coming around a different corner.
Just find these little offshoots. It's off the beaten path of the beaten path. It's like getting barreled. Woo.
And so one time I camped out on this corner right here on the solstice moon. Brought me some Tabasco sauce, potato chips, and butter, and some hooks and caught catfish and a bottle of whiskey.
Nice.
And camped right there in that corner and painted. I only got one painting done that night. Sitting out here on that corner right there, looking out over the river.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
That's cool that there's still places like that you can do that. You have a tiny boat to get you up here, or just a paddleboard, and you want to make the paddle. This is still untouched and free for all in a lot of ways. It's cool to be able to do this kind of a show where we get to not just talk about the places, but we get to meet the characters, because especially when it comes to stand-up paddleboarding, at this point, it's not a new thing.
Right.
This is not where paddleboarding originated.
Right, it's like a beach and bay thing.
But it's almost like the adopted child of it. It's so tailor-made for this area that it might as well have originated.
Yeah. So have you ever heard of Gulf therapy?
Yeah, I know Amanda Abbott. She does that. I see that on her Instagram a lot.
Right, she takes groups out and does meditative paddling in the dune lakes on 30A.
So that's a thing.
That's a thing.
I thought that was just something she did for herself.
Nope,
with friends.
It's a group thing.
Oh,
and
so
they'll be your friends afterwards.
So are they doing that tomorrow?
I think they are. Yeah, I think the weather's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect, nice and cold. Yeah, maybe I'll go crash the party. Thanks for paddling with me, bro.
Absolutely, man.
Always good time seeing you.
I love sharing this place up here. I feel like it's my own place.
Well, today it is.
Yeah.
Today it's just yours and mine.
Ariel, this is my friend. Hey, what's up?
Let's get going.
Woo!
Let's do it.
Okay,
Walk me through what is golf therapy?
golf therapy is whatever you need it to be, but it is just a time to connect with nature and slow down and just kind of have a release. So it helps just have better mental health and start your day nice. And
So it's not just physical. This is more of a mental thing, actually.
yes, well, just I think anytime you're in nature and moving your body and being active, like that's obviously going to release endorphins and make you feel good as well. But it's definitely, especially at 7 in the morning, it's definitely a mental release too. So that's where the therapy part comes in from. Like, obviously,
Right.
you know, none of us are therapists, but we're out here just enjoying it and getting our own therapy from the golf. Come on, guys, keep up.
Normally it's pretty flat out there, so I guess the usual is you guys go out into the Gulf and kind of chill, right?
Yes, so there are certain days where it's absolutely perfect and crystal clear, and those are my favorite golf therapy moments when people are just out there just chilling and breathing and, you know, relaxing and really experiencing the therapy part of it.
It looks like there's waves today.
Today there's waves, so what are we doing?
In that event, I guess it's not going to be quite as relaxing.
Yeah, we're not gonna, you can still get the golf therapy from the sound of the golf. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting out and enjoying the beach.
I think it'd probably be a better idea just to get our therapy from harnessing the power of the Gulf.
I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to a high-octane day trip adventure, paddleboarding isn't typically my first choice. But nothing gives me better access to the best things this area has to offer. This is excitement in slow motion. Deceptive adrenaline, and exercise in disguise. Whether you like spending time alone in nature to find your muse, or if you find your balance in more of a social setting, this is an equal opportunity vessel of inspiration. So when it comes to a deep dive, there is no better way on 30A.